Hey guys, it's me Chantal. As you can see, I'm currently filming myself from my school, which is the Algonquin College, Ottawa campus that I'm at. And I'm just waiting to cross the street in order to head into my dorm. So that's where I'm currently going. But the thing is that I want to kind of show you around. So basically, I'm taking you guys on a little tour so that way you guys can get like a full perspective of where I'm currently located. So you'd see the Algonquin College campus logo. You'll see like some students wearing their uniforms. Actually, this campus, there isn't any uniform that is mandatory, but however, some students still buy like a shirt from Algonquin just to represent, right? And so there you go. You see the logo, which is called Algonquin, Algonquin College campus in Ottawa. And I'm just walking around. The guy up front, he's just, walking way too slow. So I have to like cut past him. And yeah, that's what it is. This clip is actually about like several suspicious activities that I've been experiencing as soon as I walk into school. Right now it is Tuesday, September 9th, right? And I started school on September 2nd. So September 2nd was the first day of school on a Tuesday. And now we're a week in school, right? We're a week away from the first day of school. And I'm already experiencing all kinds of suspicious activities. And guys, I am still basically homeless. I'm actually not renting, but I'm staying in a temporary dorm that they provided for me as I wait to potentially get a rental room or even like a regular apartment or some sort, whatever, in that case, to get my own apartment, because renting a dorm, it's not what you think it is. We do not pay per month for a dorm at school. The thing is that you have to pay for the full semester, and it is quite expensive, right? Very, very expensive. Okay, so right here, I'm actually showing you the outside of my window, and I'll point to you guys where my dorm is located. So the one to the left is my room dorm window. The one to the right is on the other side, the second, or the dorm number 2, I can say, dorm number 2, because I'm staying in dorm number 1. And yeah. So the reason why I'm showing you the window is because my window in particular in my dorm was already damaged. Damaged in a way where, someone must have like misplaced the window in order to either try to remove it or whatever they try to do with the window. I don't know, but it was just detached. It wasn't as solid as it's supposed to be. It wasn't locking itself or whatever. But I chose to add a special glue onto the window to seal it closed and to assure that it won't open. So as you can see, I'm showing you my key, my residence key, and it's called a residence temporary key. So there you go. I was able to get access. Here I am taking the elevator to go up into my dorm. So I press on number 3 because I am 3 storage up from the ground. All right, so as I come out of my dorm, there's like a nice view as you saw for a good 2 seconds that there's a window outside in the hallway as I take the elevator. So there you go. I have access to my room, and from there, I'll just explain myself from there on how weird, how I've been, experiencing like weird activities in my dorm that cannot be explained. For a second, I thought that the dorm was haunted. I'm like, hold on 1 minute, like who's going through my stuff while I'm asleep? And knowing that I have a good habit of locking the door. You can call me paranoid, I don't care, but that is my way to do it, to handle things, to assure that no one is coming in and out except for me, because no one else is supposed to be in my dorm except for me, because I am registered under this dorm in particular, dorm number 1, in this little suite that they recommended for me. So yeah, that's what it is. So from there, I'll just let you guys watch and listen to what I have to say as I unpack and unravel my bag of the day. All right. Hey guys, it's me, Shanteyy. So basically, I was actually on my way to come here in my dorm by the Algonquin college. And so basically, I'm just trying to show you around on just like a mini vlog of a small tour to the main building where my classes are, to my dorm. And so basically, I don't know, my sleep, it's not that comfortable. There were times where I would wake up with a very unusual dizzy mind, if that makes sense. So there was once, okay, I woke up around 6 o'clock or 5 o'clock, and I just lost balance. It's like someone basically, it's like I took a punch from the head, or someone kicked me in the head, or somewhat, I don't know. But when I woke up, I just lost balance. All I did is just basically ran to the bathroom to use the bathroom, because that's one of the purpose why I woke up. And then as of then, I just landed flat onto the mattress with the door open and whatever. I wasn't feeling okay. But I just thought that at that moment, it was just very abnormal. And I was starting to get like brain fogs or, dizziness, and my mind wasn't clear. Or when I have to write an assessment, it would take me, 4 to 5 hours to write a 600-word assignment. Which is abnormal. Usually it would take me like 2.5 hours or up to 3 hours to write at least 500 words, for instance. But it took me almost 6 hours, like twice as much as the usual time. And so basically here, this is my room. This is my dorm, right? Number 1. So this is my dorm number 1, and then there's dorm number 2. I ate their cookie, so like that's why I placed it like that way. So if the housekeeper were to ever come in, they would see, okay, it's missing a cookie. Anyways, so this is the bathroom, right? This is the bathroom that there's only a shower, so I only take showers, use the toilet, brush my teeth, wash my face, wash my hands or whatever, nothing too fancy, just the regular. So this is the kitchen, right? This is the kitchen. And obviously, okay, the first thing I did when I came in is that I blocked the door. So I used a chair facing the opposite way, use the table, and then use another chair facing the opposite way. Because I don't know, I've lived on my own for a good 3.5 years. And I've came across all kinds of like vicious activities where, there's always something being misplaced, tossed around, or not being put back in order. And I'm just trying to figure out like what is what, like what's going on. And as time, kind of catch up, it's like it catches up to me other than the suspect, like in a way where I have to face legal aid, have to face the police and whatever, which is so weird. And like things weren't making sense at the time when I was living on my own or even by my job. And basically that's what it is. So the thing is that if someone were to open the door, I don't know, there's like a space, there's like a gap between the door on the bottom, right? So I would assume that if someone were to try to bypass the front door in some way, they can use like a hook and try to move the chair backwards, right? And bring it back into place. Whereas in this case scenario, if they were to bypass the door and move the chair back into place, well, they won't be able to do it with this one. And so if the door were to open and I would see like there's a gap between the chair, obviously I can predict that, if someone were to come in or not. And on the other hand, okay, as soon as you walk into my room, okay, my bed, to be honest, is not supposed to be that way. It's not supposed to be vertical towards the window. It's supposed to be horizontal towards the window. Same way like this room, right? And so the reason why I placed the bed this way is that I can remove the mattress, put it on the floor, and block the doorway. And the reason why is because the window was broken, not necessarily broken, but it was out of place to the point where someone can detach the window and move it away. And as you can see, is that I was actually outside showing you this window and showing you the window that I'm currently touching, right? Just to show you that my room is actually 3 stories high. And and I use some kind of glue to seal the windows, right? Because I told myself, listen, like who would want to sleep and be touched by some random weirdo or like some kid or whomever is trying to touch you up and potentially trying to deteriorate your reputation, right? So I told myself, okay, like this is like solid. It's very solid. Like it can't move. You know what I mean? Can't move, can't open. And so I told myself that, okay, so and the desk too. Right, there's like a huge gap here. Before the desk was placed a bit more into the center, where there's a slight gap on this side and a slight gap on that side as well. But I told myself that, listen, there's like a ventilator here coming from above, the ears coming downwards and coming outwards, right? So there's like a barrier on the bottom where the wind is the force of the wind is going downwards, and then it just exposes the ear outwards so that the ear can circulate within the room. And I told myself, what in the hell is this? I went on the other side, right? I don't know what the thing is, but I went on the other side to see that there's like a slight ventilator here or like a coverage. And there was like a slight gap here. And I told myself, listen, if there is a chance, maybe someone will be able to pass through here and go through the other side. So that's why I pushed my desk all the way to the wall. So that way there isn't no chance that anyone can pass. Bless me. And the window, however, on this side, it's none of my business, but this window is pretty sealed. Is well fixed. There isn't nothing to complain about. For a second, okay, I did try to switch rooms. I told myself, damn, like the window back there on my side is broken, so I might as well switch room and come on this side. And then I told myself, wait a minute, the keys that I have is actually specifically for my room, so I have no choice to bring all of my stuff in this room back to my room and just deal with it. And from time, okay, like my bowel was very abnormal. Like I would eat a lot of food, right? And some days I'd feel so dehydrated, mentally drained, and all I think about is food. And I stopped by the hospital 2 days ago to get something to eat. And they said, oh, usually we're not supposed to do that. Usually you have to show up as a sick patient. And I said, yes, I understand. But the thing is that I'm just here to present myself to register as your patient because I feel extremely dehydrated and I need something in my gut, something in my system. And they said, okay, so usually we're not supposed to do that, blah, 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 but I'll just try to see if someone can actually give you a food. She's like, do you want chicken sandwich or egg sandwich? I said chicken. And so the chicken sandwich was pretty good. It's just like a shredded chicken with mayo mixed together in a bun and with cookies, cheese, a carrot muffin with a can of Canada Dry, Diet Canada Dry, ginger ale, right? It was pretty good, and she gave me 2 bags. Finished 2 bags within a night. I told myself, you know what, this should fill me up until tomorrow morning. And yesterday, okay, I got so scared. I'm like, oh, maybe the room is haunted or something. I don't know. And I was like, oh, you know what? Let me just get out of the room for a bit to just get some air. And then I came back in. But when I got out of the room, I left like my milk, like anything that can open, like milk, oranges, what else that can be exposed? Yogurt in the fridge. I came back tomorrow morning, which is this morning. I drank my milk with some cereal, and I immediately passed out. I missed out on 2 classes today, and I told myself, whoa, it's like I felt so dizzy after drinking the milk, and I just immediately passed out. The milk, obviously, I brought it back into my room and made sure that the door was locked, and I blocked the door with a bed, like I told you, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So everything was in my room at the time that I was sleeping. But however, the night before when I chose to walk out and get some fresh air, I left those stuff out and about in the fridge to let it cool down and whatever. And as soon as I consumed the milk, I just immediately passed out. And I'm like, who is this person who's onto me? Like, it's so weird and very creepy. And plus, the window here, there's only like a slight gap where someone can actually potentially come in and out. But I just thought it was very weird. Like, that's the only entrance where someone can potentially come out or in the room and whatever. And that's pretty much it, guys. To be honest, it's crazy that I always have to go through this kind of case scenario. That's why, when I tried to talk to my social worker by the Shepherds of Good Hope when I was there at the time, she was trying to convince me 3 months ago, like, Shanteyy, you have to try to find yourself an apartment. But I'm like, where I came from and how all of this thing have started in the first place is because there's always some strange suspicious activity going on, which led me to become homeless back in 2019, 2022, now in 2024. So I said, this is very repetitive. And, basically with this whole case scenario always happening on and on and on with suspicious activities happening in my room, it's always like 2 years or 3 years from time that it just repeats by itself. Right? So from 2019 up to 2022, that is a good 3 years from time. 2022 to 2024, that's a good 2 years and a half, let's say, right? Because in 2022, it was actually in March that I became homeless, the day on my eviction, up to August 17 in 2024. So that's a bit over 2 years, right? And now I'm in the process of trying to get a room in Red River. I was able to get some support, try to look for an apartment and so on while studying at the same time. But the whole idea of passing out, feeling dizzy, have not too clear to like the questionnaires on my sheet. I'm like, this is getting out of hand. I'm like, something weird is happening. And I even showed you, like, if someone were to climb climb up in the window and whatever during the day. I'm like, that's a next level desperation or authority that they have, and they have a lot of courage to actually do that during the day or even at night, because there's all kinds of kids wandering around, even teachers wandering around, but yet, you know, it's nothing. But to be honest, like, people would actually second guess it and say that, oh no, you know, they're basically constructors are potentially trying to fix a window, for instance, right? So either way, like, the victim who's being victimized have to have some sort of proof to back themselves up either way, to kind of go against it and say, hey, there's some weirdo, you know, coming through the window trying to attack me or molest me in my sleep. And, you know, I don't know what he's trying to expose or to get out of, but I just feel that I'm being unprotected, unsafe, and, you know, it's really, it's distracting me from my studies, and so on. So yeah, that's basically it. So I'm just gonna show you guys around, just give you a little tour that, you know, I'm actually aware of certain things happening, that, you know, I'm not letting anyone in. I don't know anyone in here in general, except for my teachers or, you know, the counselor who's currently helping me for housing and for food by the food bank to get free food. But yeah, let me just show you around again. So like I showed you, here is the bathroom. Back here is the shower. As you can see, it's the shower. As I get out of the bathroom, here's the kitchen. The microwave, fridge, sink. There's no oven. This is the empty room, right? This is the empty room, right? And there's nothing going on here. And this is my room, right? The light is so dull compared to this room, so dull, and the lighting in there is a lot better than compared to here. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Like, it's on my own. There's nothing that's too big of a surprise to show you. It's very basic, very casual. Yeah, that's it. All right, ciao.
A little song to keep you warm, a little vibe to keep you calm, a little voice to soothe your soul. A little song to keep you warm, a little vibe to keep you calm, a little voice to soothe your soul. Sickle, sometimes I feel sickle. Smoke trees, relax and breathe, clear your mental. Petals, don't pick off the petals. Let the roses bloom right through you. I take a little piece of herb and a little piece of love everywhere I go. Ease my mind, cool me down till I'm calm, make me feel at home.